Hey, So Dope Sandria here, and I am on a So Dope adventure on the south side of Chicago, getting ready to meet a woman that you all need to meet. It's going to be super, super fun. I think you're going to like it. We are cooking up something good. That's the only hint I can give you, so let's go inside, check it out. Hey y'all, it's your girl Sandria Washington, So Dope Sandria here, and I'm super excited to have with me today the founder and creator of Signature Taste by Jelian. She is getting ready for season 3 of her show, Signature Taste by Jelian, that is streaming on Roku. And when I tell you, it's a don't miss. We're so blessed to have her speak with us today. So, Jelian, come on over, have a seat in the hot seat.
Hello, hello, hello.
Well,
how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Good, good.
Feeling great.
Outstanding.
Even better if I could eat one of these.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
What did you make?
These are banana nut muffins.
Get into it. It's good. It's good. Look, and I'm gonna talk while I eat. But we are super excited to just get into what you have cooking, pun intended, what you have cooking for season 3 of your show,
Yes.
Signature Taste by Jelian,
Yes.
which you can catch on the For All Women of Color network on Roku, streaming on Roku, the Roku platform.
Yes, yes.
So we want y'all to tune in, but this is like a little sneak peek behind the scenes, because I'm telling you, once you know what's going on, what she's got cooking, you're gonna want to watch, and you're gonna want to eat. I don't know if you can see these, but these probably won't last to the end, so forgive me if I nibble.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes, so
Just thank you. Thank you.
Mutual respect.
Yes,
and
indeed.
we kind of dressed alike today. We
Well,
didn't
you
even
know,
plan this.
things happen.
Yes.
So we with it. You know,
We're in
dope
alignment.
vibes. There it is. Dope vibes. We align.
And I love it. We got our statement teas, our signature teas.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
of course, that leads us right into signature taste.
Yes.
And so I want to start by share with us, how did you come up with Signature Taste by Jelian? Your signature taste. What does that mean?
When you say your signature taste, it's about taking things that you like, or maybe things that you don't like, and tweaking it so that you put your own stamp on it for things for you and maybe for others. You know, everything is not always textbook or strictly by the recipe, because there will be some things that you might like or might not, but that doesn't mean that you have to miss out on the actual meal. And that's how it really came, you know, with my big mama teaching me how to cook and stuff like that. And she always kind of, stop saying you don't like it. Stop saying you don't like it. Try this, do this. Yeah.
I don't eat
No,
that.
mama, I don't want to eat that. And then that's what you ain't never even had it. Well, try it like this. See, now you did it your way. And so when I was creating it, and it was really by chance that it came, I was just like, well, you know what? No, let me add my own thing to it. Let me write Jelian on this, and then that's me. And that's how I do it.
Now, did you ever get to cook for your grandmother?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What was that like?
I first started cooking for Big Mama when I was about 8, because I was in the kitchen forever.
Okay.
And you know, it would come to a point where she would step on out of the kitchen because she had confidence. So I remember the first meal I made for her, and it was greens and some dressing and everything.
At 8 years old?
Yeah, I was
making
almost
greens?
9. Oh yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Go. I gotta step my game up.
Yeah. And I had her dressing, and it was a certain way she liked the dressing with the peas and the macaroni. But I had watched her do it so many times, and she's like, no, you do it. You do it. And I did it, and she's like, oh, so you got it. And so a lot of times, you know, we were like flipping a coin, like, Mama, can you please? No, you good, you got it, you got it. But yeah, it was intimidating at first, but she knew what she instilled in me, so she had complete confidence in it, and therefore I have confidence.
Now, do you do the same thing? I know you have 3 sons. Do you do similar with your boys, bringing them in the kitchen?
Absolutely.
Giving them some creative license, some creative control.
Yes, the whole reason the show happens is because of them and my husband. Like if you pay attention to the credits, it's their names, it's there. I can't film without them because they run the cameras. They help with, now when we look at different shows, we looking at how the camera is moving to operate. So we looking at it with a different eye, or they see something, they get any ideas, they're like, Ma, let's try this, let's do this. And my oldest son, he's actually a theater major at college. And so he comes back and is like, nope, do it like this, check this. Like, he's the one who taught me how to edit. So Signature Taste would not be Signature Taste by Jelian without my family. Wow.
And I love that you mentioned that because, of course, you're a chef, you cook, this is what you do professionally, but what moment did you realize I have to do more than cook? Like, y'all can't see, but we have lights, you know, you have to edit this when it's over. Like, when did you realize, wait, this isn't just about me cooking. This is a whole business. Yeah. The business of cooking.
I have been cooking for people for a very long time. I am actually a nurse as well. So I would always cook for the staff and then their families and stuff like that. And one time a homegirl was like, she has a non-for-profit, and she was like, come on down here, I need you to cook for me. I'm like, well, I don't want just Jelian Stewart on there. Like, that's not enough. Right. And so we came up with the name, I registered and all that other good stuff. And then I was like, I want people to feel comfortable with cooking. Like, you don't have to be a 5-star chef to be able to still kind of get those flavors and stuff like that. So I wanted to show people the ins and outs of what it's really like. And I always said that I wanted my own show, and it just by chance happened. I was doing some stuff on YouTube, and then For All Women of Color was like, hey, come on, let's go. And I was like, yes, we rocking.
Like, yes. But I spoke that into it.
I did, yes. And I mean, from then, they give me complete creative control. They allow for me to be me. And that's what I want people to see is me. I'm not necessarily the most jolly type, right? And I, what I'm saying? I'm not, super jolly. Yeah, I'm just super chill and cool, but I want people to be able to really get me and really know that what I'm doing, you can do. Because I'm not gonna say it's easy, but whatever you set your mind to, because everything is a mindset. Whatever you set your mindset to, you can do it. So for me, it's really about inspiring others.
So just thinking about, so you mentioned you're a nurse and you've been a hairstylist. And I think sometimes as women, or just people in general, we get locked into, this is what I said I was gonna do when I grow up, and this is my job. And people aren't always comfortable switching lanes. How did you make that transition? And did it feel like, oh, cooking is so far left, I'm a nurse, I'm a hairstylist. Like, what was that path?
When I was, I did something different when I was growing up. My childhood was not necessarily the Brady Bunch, put it like that. But so instead, I said, I'm gonna write down 10 things that I want to do when I grow up, right? Wanted to sing and do a demo. I did that.
You do have hair. A sultry voice. Yes. Can we get a couple of notes later?
Maybe we clear up some of this here. But I did the demo. I wanted to teach. I got a job at a preschool and realized that little babies might not be for me.
Quickly realized.
I wanted to go in the medical field, so I went from CNA to paramedic to nurse. Did the hair thing. So I had a list. I wanted to be an author, I wanted to be a writer, so I wrote my own songs. And hence the book is coming out later. So it wasn't necessarily a transition for me. It was me going down my checklist of things I had already set in front of me to do. It just so happened that when life happens and you have babies and stuff like that, you got to kind of tweak it a little bit. See which one is going to actually help you support your child and your family. I got the 3-piece, so I had to keep pushing. So I know you said I used to do hair. No, ma'am, I still have clients tomorrow.
Look, yes. How do you have the time?
Everything is scheduled. Everything is scheduled.
Wow.
Yeah, it has to be scheduled. If I don't have a schedule, I'm not functioning properly.
And what do you use? Do you use like your Google Calendar? You write it down? What works for you?
I have a big board in my bedroom with the calendar. Is one in the kitchen on the refrigerator. Is one on the back of the door, and I have my phone. I have to be structured. And just in case something throws off, I always leave like a little extra open time towards the end of the week where I can maybe pack that right back in. Same with my patients and everything else like that.
And see, when I hear you talk about it, I see how all of that connects. Like when I think about being a hairstylist, being a nurse, cooking for people, like your loving on people and you're making them feel good and you're just inspiring them. You're the confidant. So to me, it's like, oh, this makes perfect sense. You are a hairstylist who nurses, who cooks, and raps on the side, like drop a hot 16. Like, I just love it. I love it.
Thank you.
But now, what was it like when your friend came to you, the friend with the nonprofit, and she wanted you to cook for this event? And was this your first time cooking for like a major people other than your friends and family?
No.
Okay.
No. What it was is that I was actually traveling out of state.
Oh, wow.
And because of her non-for-profit that's very important to her, I wanted to make sure that I, represented her non-for-profit and her cause more than anything. And, she has this flyer and she has comedians and she has songstress and everything. And I'm like, yo, food by Jelian Stewart ain't gonna cut it. You know what I'm saying? No, we gotta do this thing right. So, with that and me actually traveling with my whole family down there and us just going from scratch and everything, it was important to me to not only make that event everything, but it was actually my stamp to say, okay, you can go wherever you want to go and you can create whatever you want to create. Like, I mean, you got to understand, I was down there without my little special seasonings. I had to go down there and recreate everything.
Wow.
But it was really a challenge to myself. And I just wanted to be sure that everything just went smoothly. And if I really could do it. And then I did it 3 years in a row.
Wow.
So, but this year I couldn't do it because I was actually catering a wedding of 200 people. So
that happens.
that happens,
So what did you learn about yourself going through that experience, going through the challenge and having to recreate your signature on the fly?
I learned that I miss my grandmother. That's what I learned. And I learned a different way to honor her instead of always mourning her. The things that I was preparing would be like how she would prepare it with my own little spin. It was kind of like, that you have to use fresh ingredients, right? Because if I catch you using that and you're supposed to use that, I'm like, in my mind, she gonna come down and just like muff me real quick, but
what are these canned tomatoes?
Like, what are you doing? But I learned how to honor her instead of mourn her and live in her memory. I learned that I am appreciated. I learned that I can do, it was affirmations that I can do anything that I set my mind to. And I also learned that I am nothing without my family. So, nothing. There's no way. Like, when the middle kid go to college, and then it's just me and the little one and my husband, then they gone, girl, I don't know what's going to happen.
Right, what you gonna do? What's next on your list?
I thought about it, but I don't want to really think about it because, my kids leaving and everything. This empty nester thing it's
real.
It's real. Like, you're like, yay, I go on vacation, but no, that oldest one don't call, I'm flipping out. Where you at? But I learned that with them, I can accomplish anything as long as I got them though, because they've all equally saved my life in different parts of my life.
So even with like life transitions, so like losing your grandmother or thinking about becoming an empty nester, people handle their emotions with food, and so a lot of times we think of comfort food. And I love how you put it, instead of mourning your grandmother, you're honoring her with food. And so how do you help people deal with their relationship with food? So if they're upset, if they're mourning, they're grieving, or if they're excited, because I like to eat when I'm excited, how do you manage your emotions with food in a healthy way that honors your body?
It's not as bad as people make it out to be. Like, for example, we recently just lost a very, very good friend. Our friend, she introduced me and my husband. And so that was challenging, right? And she didn't, you talking about mid-40s, somebody your age, your peer. And so that was challenging to deal with. And I felt myself kind of going down a different way. And I'm like, no, she would like shrimp and grits because that's what she wanted me to make her. Well, yeah, the grits might be a little bit heavy and stuff like that, but let me make her shrimp. Something like maybe put a salad with it and try not to basically pour your body into the pain of losing that one, but just know that whoever you believe in, I don't want to push that on anybody, but they are in a better place right now because they are free of pain, free of hurt, free of just life. you know what I'm saying, of this life, and that there is eternal life. So, you know, just think about the memories that you had with that person and things that they would like, and you're cooking to honor them. You're remembering them and not, you know what I'm saying, really, you know, just breaking down without them. Yeah, it hurts. You know, I'm not saying that I'm dealing with it good. You know, but when I get to that point, I have to think about some of the things she would like. You know, would she like that? No. And that's what we have to think about, you know. With that person that you love, that you know love you, would they want to see you like that? How would that make them feel, you know? So you honor them and you do things that honor them. She love to eat. So obviously I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna throw it down for her, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you ain't here, but this is what you want. I need to be, you know what I'm saying, in your presence. I need to feel you around me, so this is how I'm gonna honor you. So we have to look at things about honor instead of pain.
Yeah, and I did something like that recently. My mom, she passed in 2011. And she loved Chinese food. Like, you know, just go to the corner joint, get some shrimp fried rice. And a couple of weeks ago, I was having a really good day. I had some good things happen and I wanted to celebrate. And I thought about her and I was like, I'm gonna get some shrimp fried rice. Like, and it just put me in that space of, you know, her love, her memory. And, you know, it wasn't from a mourning or grieving place, but it was like celebrating, like, yeah, my mama would like this. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So I feel like people who cook have a special superpower, especially, like, for real. It's a superpower that I don't quite have, but maybe you can teach me.
Absolutely.
But like when you're dating and, you know, you get to just really throw down.
Girl.
So tell me about, you know, before your husband became your husband,
none of that worked.
And he discovered you could cook. Really? What?
No, and it tickles people when they hear the story. So, you know, my big mama, she got a chance to meet him before she passed, and she was like, you know, all right, Jill, you know, she gave me the thumbs up, go ahead, cook for him. All right, so I'm gonna lay it down, right? I got the roasted chicken, I have the seafood gumbo, I have the macaroni, I have so many different things laid out, right? You know, he invited his mom and her man over, you know, it's big, right? I'm solidifying this thing, right? Because he the one. Girl, no. He don't eat none of that. He don't eat greens. He don't eat beans. He don't eat soup. He grabbed the chicken, the macaroni, and sweet potatoes, and he was happy. Now, his mom and a man, on the other hand, like, oh yeah, we in it. None of that. So I'm getting down to it. I'm like, so what do you eat? They like, you know, chicken tenders and burgers and stuff. I'm like, what?
Why they do that at?
So in my mind, I'm saying, well, how I'm about to solidify this thing on the other end, right? But, you know, thank God, you know, he married me because I can cook. He married me because he, you know, loved me.
You're just dope.
Yeah. Because, girl, no. He care less about that food. You couple items and he good to go. Now, he has since opened up his palate a little bit, but it is a transition. Yeah, but nah, none of that worked. But if you were dating, I would say kind of figure out what they eat first, and then let's add our signature on some of the simpler items before we, you know, go on and show out.
Right. Yeah. Right. I could do chicken tenders. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. Make a nice sauce.
Exactly. You know, that's how you kind of do that. Open up his palate. Oh, you can do this with some siracha and brown sugar. Yes, you can. Check this out. Let me get you this glaze. You know, we just kind of tweak it like that.
Put you up on game. Sriracha, little glaze. Got you.
Yes.
I love it. So what's next? Season 3, of course, is already in the works.
Yes.
But what else do you have going on? What can we look forward to?
We can look forward to the book. I'm taking my time with the book. I'm learning not to rush it because I want to make sure that what I am presenting will help. You know, obviously, you know, a good reading piece, but I really want you to understand that it's not just you. Right? It's us. You know, we all go through this. So I want you to be able to have like a resource to go to, like, you know what? She went through this too. You know, I can do this. So I'm taking my time with the book, but it will be coming out at the end of the year. We actually have another project in production where I will be the executive producer on that. So that will be coming in 2020. And more space. We're going to grow because we have outgrown this space. So more spaces to come in the new year.
And what types of foods, themes are you looking at in season 3 that might be different from 1 and 2?
Really going to show you how to entertain, you know, really, you know, how to make meals on a budget, right? Because we all budgeting.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Make meals on a budget, but also entertain. Things that you wouldn't necessarily think of that you can do. A lot of underutilized food. Yeah, just kind of open your mind a little bit. I'm gonna walk you slowly into it, and with season 4 coming, you know, we'll go ahead and just gonna kick the door down.
Look, we're gonna say season 4 is coming as well.
Yes, indeed.
I'm excited. Well, I'm gonna thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Inviting us into your signature taste.
Yes.
Make sure y'all tune in. Again, this is on the For All Women of Color channel on Roku.
Yes.
So season 3, get ready.
Yes, indeed.
See you next time. Thank you for tuning in. We are getting ready for season 3 of Signature Taste by Jelian. I am your host, Sandria Washington, so dope Sandria, and we will see you next time. Oh, good.